Yes, exactly. It's too many. It's like a
Hi, everyone. Meeting called to order at 3:03 p.m. Roll call done by swiping. Has everyone swiped in who was sworn in last week? All good? Okay, we could just put you in later. It's fine. All right. Acceptance of the minutes. So you're going to take a look at your iPads and you're going to scroll down to the bottom of today's agenda. You'll see the minutes that were taken from last week. Go ahead, take a couple seconds to review it, and then we're going to vote on them. So. Are there any changes to the minutes that y'all want to make? Seeing none, we need a 2/3 majority vote in order to approve the minutes. All those in favor? All those opposed? All those abstaining? Minutes have been adopted. Administrative reports.
no report.
Got it. Officer reports. No report. Cabinet reports.
Sure.
All right. You're gonna say whatever you're gonna say.
Okay, well, Monday, September 16th, I had my first class director meeting. We went over some goals they had, some questions that we resolved that I was asking Javon or Javon. And that was really it. And we talked about upcoming events.
Questions for the director? Anything else in cabinet reports? Yep.
Hi, so this past week on Monday, I met with Dr. Pennington. I went over a few ideas that I had with her. Hopefully I can go over them with my committee today, and that's pretty much it.
Great. Anything else in cabinet reports? All right. Committee reports. We have no committee, so. Oh, mind that. We're going to go back into officer reports. We're going to swear in the new legislators. So, Jillian? Oh, we don't.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
I'm going to ask all the legislators who weren't sworn in last week to come up here, stand up front, and introduce yourselves. So you're going to say your name, your major, and why you decided to join the SGA. Line up right up front, face them. Here, you can go over one more. Left. Yeah. All right, starting with you, sir.
Okay, my name is Duke. I'm a senior business admin major with a concentration in marketing. I just wanted to be a part of this so I can get more involved.
I'm Angela. I'm a sophomore. I'm a journalism and law major, and I was in SGA last year, and I really liked the opportunities it gave me, so I'm back.
I'm Nicole. I'm a family science and human development major with a concentration in preschool teaching, and I just want to get more involved.
I'm Destiny. I'm a freshman. I just want to get involved too.
I'm Samaya. My major is biology with chem minor. I'm a senior. I joined FPA because I want to be more involved and I want to make more connections.
My name's Emma. I'm a freshman and a journalism major, and I got involved because I don't really know the school that well. I'm from pretty far away, so I'm trying to get acclimated and get more involved.
Great, sounds good. So I'm going to ask that all of y'all will raise your right hand and follow after Jillian.
Sure. So, when I say I, then you're going to all state your own name at the same time. Okay? So I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of legislator of the Student Government Association of Montclair State University Incorporated. And that I will, to the best of my ability, uphold the Constitution of the student government.
Congratulations. Alright, so all y'all can now be seated, and y'all all now have voting powers, so congrats. So. Alright, so now we're going to go into programming. Alright, how's it going, everyone? So, as you may have saw last night, I did send all of you an email regarding an instruction about what the legislative branch is, what it's about, all that good stuff. And then I also sent y'all another thing regarding committees. So if you haven't heard, as a legislator, you're all required to sit on 2 committees. And the committees that were basically put up in that email, those are the ones you have options to sit under. So today what we're basically going to be doing is, solidifying times and days for those committees to meet. And it's up to y'all to basically decide whether or not what days work best for which committees you had of your choice. So I'm going to pull up what I had earlier, and we're going to go through it. While that's setting up, there's a couple other things we have to take care of first. So before we actually move forward, we do have to nominate a temporary clerk. So, Kevin?
I nominate Pedro as temporary clerk.
Is there a second?
Second.
Pedro, do you accept?
All right.
Pedro, you know the temporary clerk of this meeting. Great. Great, now it's up. All right, so feel free to sit tight. You can actually come up here just to take a seat, just to look over what's going to be like talked about during the meeting, so feel free to take a seat right here. Okay, and actually, before we even touch upon committees, there's one other thing too that has to be taken care of in programming, and it's something that I mentioned last week. So for the legislators that were sworn in last week, I gave you all information about one position that's open for the legislators who were there at the first meeting, and that's the President Pro Tempore. So we will actually now hold nominations for that position. So I will now open the floor for the nominations of the position of President Pro Tempore. Are there any nominations?
I nominate Kelly.
Kelly, do you accept?
I accept.
Kelly, you were nominated. Are there any nominations for the position of
I nominate Kevin.
Kevin, do you accept?
Accept.
Kevin, you were nominated. Are there any other nominations for the position of President Pro Tempore? Seeing none, I now close the floor for nominations for the position of President Pro Tempore. So next week we'll be holding elections for the position, so stay tuned for that, and that's down pat. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and go through the committee stuff, so stay tuned for that. Let's see what we have to work with. So I pretty much set up this Excel sheet in ways in which y'all have decided to, your first committee choice, your second.
Wait, but as
Oh,
long
sure.
as you don't vote, you're good.
Oh, no voting.
Okay.
This is literally all it's going to be, so yeah. So we're going to break it down between each committee, and how it's going to work is that, so the committee, as you can see, a first choice, those were the ones, obviously, if it says first, that was your first pick. If it says second, that was your second pick. So I pretty much split it up between having an even balance of members within each committee, all of the 8. And so obviously those include government administration, organizational review, appropriations, marketing and publicity, student affairs, academic affairs, food service advisory, and equity and diversity. So do y'all have any questions regarding what each committee entails? I know y'all read that small blurb in the email, but each of these committees are standing committees. So what you'll be basically seeing within these committees is legislation coming out, or recommendations being given from bills that are placed into those committees. And so it's on y'all to give recommendations with whatever initiatives y'all have to, that comes out of these committees. So yeah, so if you have any questions regarding that, we can just move into committee placement. So does that all sound good? Does that all make sense? All right. So all of those who wish to do the Government Administration Committee, I put it across the room, labels on the wall regarding which each committee is. So if y'all just want to congregate to that space and decide upon a time that works best for that committee, do so. So, and then for Organizational Review Committee, we have a list of that, and then it goes the same for all the other committees. So yeah, if y'all want to get up and just, check out which committees.
Wait,
Andrew?
I placed them down. There's 2 on the walls back there, but there's also 2 on the end tables, and then the rest are on the tables on the sides. So you'll see them there. They're not on the walls. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Andrew. So yeah, and also keep in mind with these committees, they're only an hour long. So say for instance, if you're part of the Government Administration Committee, y'all can propose a time that works within your schedule, say Tuesdays from like 3 to 4. That's more than welcome to happen. So yeah, I'm just gonna give you this time, Jillian.
That time, don't use that time as an actual thing.
It was an
That's when the
example.
traditional meeting is, so you can't use the conference room.
Exactly. So figure out times that work best for y'all within your schedule, and feel free to just break off into your respective categories of which committee y'all decide to choose. And if you all want me to go like person by person, just to make it easier on y'all, I can do that. So, all right, I'll go ahead and do that. Kelly, you're in organizational with your committee, correct? You chose that one, so go to it.
Who's over here?
You as well.
Wait, so do you have to do
Student affairs and academic affairs are here, by the way.
Does this work because
Yeah, this is all tentative, by the way, so if y'all make any changes.
Appropriations is here if you're looking for appropriations. If you're having trouble finding one, I probably know where it is.
We're going to
I know, but it was easy.
Wait, how's that?
Yeah.
I'm going on Mondays and So Tuesdays.
What day works best for you?
That's right.
I could do Wednesday.
So that's going to be decided on like once we have something time placements and checks. So once these times are solidified, that's
I
going
can
to
do Wednesdays anytime I just do.
Literally both these weeks.
Oh, so you're going to do
What are your committees? Okay, food committees then, they're making a time right now, so no one's at that one, try like how that works.
We can do it after this, actually.
and then we can direct you to the also.
It's really late, I'm coming.
So let's decide first.
Tuesdays from 3 until another 3:40.
But if you just want to like where they're saying.
I'm technically your ex officio member, so when y'all include the time, I
You can't do Monday or Friday.
Well, I mean,
What group are you guys?
That's why I was saying. And then Wednesdays is
It's just us two?
yes.
Tuesday, I have
So we do that.
Thursday.
Student affairs? Yes. Did I say academics?
Let's see who else
Okay, so like, I'm just the director of student affairs, so I don't really know.
what about Mondays and Wednesdays? Well, it's for my practice.
Oh yeah, was there anyone who went to the marketing publicity thing already?
I'm the
What time?
ex-officio member, so if I have to go, it needs to be a time that I can go.
Did you guys come up with a time for this?
Mondays or
Yeah, yeah, like I could be at the meeting.
Princess?
After this, I can do it.
Tati and
I'm all the way through. Yeah. Well, I'm blessed.
And you guys want to 6 to
I don't think this is going to
No. No, it's like the same thing. When you apply, well, okay, so you only have a time. That's the thing, okay?
This sounds really
I mean, no, I'm saying Tuesday would probably be better. I'm required to go to every single one of them. It's just that I don't know. I don't even know if I have to spend your money. I might not have to helping
Yeah, it's okay.
They changed the statute so it wasn't no longer pushing, and then I think
I work in
yeah,
I work in like
just remember it did get updated. That's what I'm saying. I'm only missing like 6. I might be writing my maker class, like soft as well. Yeah, you don't have that many. With other committees, there's only one.
I mean, also the date's gonna be decided.
Okay, you go on.
So basically,
Yeah, the president's not at the meeting.
Where's
Because the president,
so I'm
Do we have a secondary plan to in case? Second
Where's the decider?
okay. You got it?
Yeah, I wrote them down.
Like it's basically like right down the so you get to happen.
All right, don't worry about it.
Yeah, no. That's a temporary piece of so you know the actual vote starts.
John, what's up?
Right there.
Because with the
Yeah, you were academic fair. Yeah. What time did you guys?
oh, I'm
We're just like, okay, just give me 1 second. I'm just.
So that's fine.
But it might not be.
The committee, you were saying Wednesday's 10 to 3. Oh, 2 to 3, yeah. That works. And that's
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It was an ad hoc committee.
Let's go there.
That's someone has to like, like that. These are standing meetings. So this is what's mandated. The other committees are still proposed, but that we can do later when we have more people. Is that way we can?
You're a lion.
I know it's fun. Yes, let's do it. The first time in like 50 years. Imagine that we're the first.
Are you available like?
But yeah, actually have to follow up. Oh, now we would have to. Then it would be. Yeah. I'm like, wait.
So like meet me at the conference.
So it's you when you schedule the
Like that's what all.
Where's your fucking dinner?
I know it's actual. Well, that was right. I mean, no, but there's like very few like SGA.
Okay. So I'm not usually.
Where Athens are quiet.
Be all okay? Y'all find time for you? What's up? Food advisory? What's up? I just had yeah. This is new, like us sweating blood and sweating new.
Well, I only have.
Yeah, no, y'all can like keep up with the agenda. I probably should give it to y'all. But yeah.
How would you schedule your shit?
It really turned out bad.
This is why I think all of y'all can see. I remember that. I mean, at least you're here. It's totally fine.
The other was reports. So I saw you submitted it on. Yeah, it was you. Okay. Yeah. So that's just good that we'll keep this on for a minute and stuff.
I'm gonna do this because
Tight on.
Yeah, so it's either like with timing and shit. But
I think marketing team 5 routines. I don't think I've ever had a big meeting with 5. Yeah, like I usually get a hard 1 year or 2 years.
Isn't like work class.
He's like, oh, by the way.
Because like that's one thing like we have to do. So as long as it's like with like yeah, that's one thing. As long as you don't hear
Saturday.
Is anyone considering the third advisory committee? Okay, just making sure. So we don't have. So if you want to start for him,
we're offering the easy alternative.
I have
but what's yeah, what's up? Why are you convinced like it's your first time? Oh, she was looking for you. What time did y'all figure out? Yes?
I have no idea. I've never seen him there.
You're here on Friday, so your class.
So sometimes
You said you're here.
yes, I'm here Friday.
What time?
Yeah. That's going to be decided later. It's just
Okay, so 3:45 or like 3.
You're talking about the board meeting? Is that what y'all said?
4 to 5.
You're in
Sounds
Southside?
like
Yeah, that's going to be like this later. That's when we have to like form it. Usually we don't like to cover you guys did. So like by the end of the semester. Well, but that can it only forms obviously when we take stuff. Yeah, but it's like just feel like. But yeah, thanks for bringing it up. That's like something else. Does everyone have a time yet? Y'all still working on times?
Me and Pedro are talking about
You're good.
I'm so sorry.
4.
No, 4.
4.
4 to 5.
4, okay, 4 to 5.
Yeah.
We'll make it work.
I am inexorably aided in the decision-making process. That's my life motto.
All right, y'all. We all have times for our committees. We'll go ahead and start jotting it down. That way I can have it for my record. And then if y'all haven't made your second pick yet, you could just like fill in what the times are for like the committees we decide now. So, all right. So let me see. Let's start with government and administration. Did y'all figure out a time for your committee?
We dropped it.
Oh, those two dropped them? Okay, so we'll have that later then. Org review.
Next Tuesdays from 12 to 1.
Appropriations.
We're doing Wednesdays 2 to 3.
Marketing.
Tuesdays 5 to 6.
Student affairs. None? Anyone?
Oh, Fridays, 4 to 5.
Got it. Anyone on academic affairs?
Tuesdays from 1 to 2.
Tuesdays 1 to 2?
Yes.
Wait. We were 12 to 1 and that was.
Yeah, so
So just
overview
say
was
right
12
after.
to 1 and then academic was
Okay.
1 to 2. That works.
I thought they were saying the same time, like that doesn't.
No, don't worry, I'm in.
1 to 2.
Okay, great, good number.
All right, so for dining, food and service,
Monday 3 to 4.
Monday. And then equity and diversity, I don't think we figured that out yet, so we'll keep that TBA. All right, so for the times we have padded down, org review we have Tuesday 12 to 1, appropriations we have Wednesday 2 to 3, marketing we have, what was the day for marketing? Tuesdays 5 to 6.
Yeah.
Student affairs Friday 4 to 5, academic affairs Tuesday 1 to 2, and then food dining committee Monday 3 to 4. Okay, so then that just leaves G&A. All right, so I'm gonna put that time into the spreadsheet, and then that way I'm gonna share with all of you. That way y'all have access to all the times and all that, and then you can just put your name under your second choice of committees. That way, if any of the other times work for your schedules, you could have that padded down too. And then for G&A and equity and diversity, we could figure out times for those, I guess when we have more legislators, or that way next meeting we can have that put down too. All right, so that's pretty much all I needed. Y'all have any questions regarding your placement committee times and all that? James?
How many people are in work review?
Raise your hand if you're in org review, if you chose org review.
1, 2, right? I'll check again, but we need
You
at
need
least
certain
5
number, yeah.
people.
What
in
time is
org
our
review.
review at?
12 to 1 on Tuesdays.
Yeah,
12 to 1 on Tuesdays.
12 to 1 on Tuesdays.
Put my name on it for now.
We'll have hopefully more people.
More people coming in. We're
Exactly.
waiting for.
Yeah, if we don't,
Yeah.
if we need.
I'm gonna have this share with all of you. That way y'all can put your names in for your respective committees, but keep that in mind, Andrew, for org review, it's 12 to 1. And I'll have this all emailed to you all, obviously
Nice.
too, so.
Don't need it, because we don't do it.
Yeah, just to make note of that.
Review the orders.
All right, so it all works out. Any other questions regarding committee placement for now? Just stay tuned with whatever else we have to work with. You'll get an email regarding which one you want to choose. And yeah, thanks for setting all that up. So yeah, pretty much with that. All right, now we're going to go ahead and move into unfinished business. So with the bill proposed, Tamir, he's decided to withdraw his appointment for Associate Justice, so we'll need someone to withdraw the bill. Kelly?
Motion to withdraw Bill F 2019-012.
Is there a second?
Second.
In order to withdraw the bill, we need a 2/3 majority vote. All those in favor? All get the vote. Oh. All those opposed? All those abstaining? Bill has been withdrawn. All right. So we have nothing in new business, as you can all see. So pretty much time is dedicated for committee placements, and I thank you all for bearing with it. And we're going to move into open forum. So Open forum, have anything to share? James?
Can you raise your hand if you're a representative from a Class 1 organization? After the meeting, can you guys just come meet with me and tell me what Class 1 organization you represent? Thank you.
Anything else in the forum? Oh, yeah. Okay. So I figured I should probably explain this now because it may seem all new to you, this type of setting, meeting, and all that. And how it works with being a legislator, y'all have the opportunity to get trained, of course. And so training, I can, have fixed into my schedule with whatever time works with y'all. That way, y'all can be more accustomed with how we function with these meetings and all that. That's how we sort of run it with Robert's Rules of Order, and that's a procedure where basically we just keep everything in order and in check, and that way we respect everyone's opinions, whatever it is. So I'm going to have an email sent out to all of y'all regarding training again. If you've been included in the group chat, I could schedule training with all of you too. That way we can just freshen you up on what's to be expected of. And for those who are returning, we can also freshen up with that too. So yeah, so all of y'all were sworn in, so good job, congrats. So, and basically we'll touch up on training afterwards just stay tuned with me scheduling that. So yeah, so, and then any other things in open forum?
Tomorrow, if y'all didn't know, we're having to meet the SGA brunch in the student ballroom from 2 to 5. I would love for all y'all to come out because y'all are part of SGA. Everyone from the Justice branch, the legislative branch, y'all can come out. We're gonna be there, the executive branch, so everyone that's a part of SGA, we're just gonna try to introduce ourselves to people just to make that awareness of what SGA is to the campus wide people. A little bit more known, and it's free food, so come out if y'all can. It's from 2 to 5.
2 to 5, Student Center Ballroom. So come on out if you want to enjoy that good old brunch food. So whatever that means. Anyway, is there anything else in open forum? All right, seeing nothing else in open forum, meeting adjourned at 3:35 p.m.